So we are starting these July episodes. We have a lot of cool people coming up, including this guy over here to my left, your right. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a cool month. We got a lot of old friends, new friends, people that I haven't really met before and talked to. So it's exciting. So thank you guys for those of you that have been listening and been interacting and sharing and talking to me about it, and just letting me know that that you're enjoying the episodes. It means a lot. So remember to follow us on social media, Scratch Track Podcast on Instagram, Scratch Track Podcast on Facebook, and then you can send us an email if you want at scratchtrackpod@gmail.com. And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once you listen or you like what you hear, or even if you don't, it only takes a second out of your day. Hit that subscribe and hit the bell next to it so you get notifications on when we post new videos and new content and all that stuff. But enough about me. I'm going to introduce my good friend, very special guest, Mr. Tom Mignella. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm good, man.
That was a lot there.
It was a lot.
Beginning.
Yeah. It's
you did good.
It's a stupid long intro. All the teleprompter good. I'll write it and we'll do it. Yeah. So like I said, Tom is like the official third member of the Dave Matthews tribute, and he and I met at Auto Nation.
Well, yeah. We kind of met at Auto Nation. Really didn't know each other.
Yeah.
But then my wife and I went out to Pisces.
Yep.
It's Pisces. Mm-hmm. And I see this guy playing guitar, and we're eating, and then you started doing a couple of David Matthews tunes. Mm-hmm. I said to my wife, it's like, wow, this guy can really sing, and says, wow, this guy's pretty good, so I got to go talk to him. And then I came up and talked to you, and I told you I'm a sax player, and you were like,
I was like,
don't you work at Honda?
Yeah.
And I'm like, aren't you the guy in the truck sleeping every morning?
That's me.
Yeah, and you're like, that's why I've been sleeping in the truck. Now you know why.
That's why I sleep, because I work at night. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you were like, hey, what do you do during the day? I was like, why? That was Kevin that said that. I met another guy, Kevin. His last name's escaping me.
From where?
From Honda. Kevin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he came up to me and was like, what do you do during the day? I was like, I think I do the same thing that you do.
Yes.
Kind of. Not really, but yeah. It was Tom and I met, just a chance encounter. I was playing at Pisces. That was a fill-in gig too. I got it last minute. Yeah.
I was glad.
I had no idea. And
Keith happened to be there at the same time.
He was there. He was there also.
Listening to you.
Yep.
And started talking to you, and I was like, boy, I'd love to play with you, do some David Matthews stuff.
I told Keith, I'm like, I think I found the sax player.
Yeah.
And then we played at the Troubled Waters open mic, and then it was cool, and it's been all Dave from there on out.
Yeah. Week later, I borrowed some money and bought a soprano sax. I was like, I got to get a soprano for this.
I'm sorry. So before we start getting rolling and everything, promote and plug all your stuff and let us know, what you do, who you play with.
Yeah, we'll do.
What are we
doing? I should have looked at my schedule beforehand.
Is that foil? Oh, yeah, a lot.
We blame the dog.
Yeah,
that was the dog.
Damn it, Dixie. Yeah. So tell us who you play with, and
I play with Brian Elban. Mm-hmm. Brian Lenenschmidt. Mm-hmm. He also does a lot of solo stuff.
He does. Very good. Very good player.
Yeah, nice guy.
Real nice guy.
So I do a lot with him. Do a lot of rock and roll, blues, funk. Mm-hmm. We do some originals.
Oh, nice.
Some good stuff. Yeah, he writes some good stuff.
That's cool. I didn't know that he had original stuff. Yep. Maybe I just haven't stuck around long enough.
He probably doesn't do it solo.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, I've seen him a couple times over at Sterling Wine, because he and I sometimes match up where I'm playing at Smokehouse, and he's over there, so I come across the street and go take a listen, because he's super cool, man. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great drummer, great bass player, and I have a really good time playing with them.
Yeah. You guys are mostly Dunedin, right?
All over. We play Dunedin. We do Barfly also.
Oh yeah.
Both places.
That's a good gig. I love those guys there.
When I came to see you and Keith, I went to Barfly in Safety Harbor. And it was like 6:30. Yeah. I'm like, where are these guys? And I'm like, oh, I bet you I'm in the wrong place.
We're like, where the hell is Tom?
And then I made it there in like 15 minutes.
I went to the wrong one. My bad. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was a great night too. That was a really good show. Um, I hear the humming too now. It's fine. No, just
The
let
dog
it,
is humming?
Just let it go. Yeah, we're heating up some breakfast. We're doing an early morning. Well, early morning for me because I'm a piece of shit and I don't get up for a long, long time. But we're doing an early morning taping today. That's why you see water in front of me and Tom, and not bourbon.
That might change.
Yeah, it might, depending on what we talk about. So yeah, I highly recommend going out to see them. I have yet to see the full band. I've seen clips like online when Rhonda posts them or when Brian shares some stuff. I've seen that, but I've not seen the full band live, so I want to do that. You play with Jimmy, right? Too Jimmy.
I used to play with Jimmy a lot. I played with Jimmy before Brian.
Yeah.
I went and sat in with him the other night because we were off Friday night. Had a good time. Saw a lot of old friends came out.
That's right. That's right.
Haven't seen a lot, especially because of COVID. I haven't seen people in over a year. And,
yeah.
You know, it was good.
That's wild.
Fun.
That's wild.
He's a different player to play with. He's kind of like Keith. Keith really pushes you.
Yeah.
You know, and Jimmy does the same thing. He'll just push me, and I'm like, I'm done playing, and he's like, take another one. I'm like, I'm ran out of stuff, man. And he just he can see me sweat, and he makes me go more.
Yeah. Those are the best guys to play with, though. The guys that'll push you, and I'm always, I try to be on my game as much as possible with Keith because I know that he's going to be bringing his A stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I try to, if I'm bringing a B+ night, like it's good. Yeah. I'm not ever going to get to that A.
Like I made it through it. I'm happy with that. He's I love playing with you guys.
Yeah.
Especially, it's
a fun time.
He's a fun guy to watch. He's a fun guy to play with.
Very intense, locked in player. He's always on
you guys,
like
both of you make it easy for me. He makes it easy for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm following him really, and I'm soloing, and he'll
Pass
he'll
it back.
he'll come back in and give me an idea where I can take off on.
Yeah, and I just sit back and I'm watching like, holy yeah, it's great. I love it. The one thing that I remember you telling me about Jimmy, which I still think about to this day, which cracks me up every time, is when there's a request that he doesn't want to do and he does he does the polka version.
Yeah, he'll do like if you ask for Freebird, he'll say okay. First he'll ask for you're going to put money in the tip jar. He's not afraid to say that. And then he'll do okay, we'll do Freebird, and he'll do it in polka style. Yeah. Some people get it, and some people they get a little upset.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
How do you remember these things? I remember told you
because it made me laugh so hard. I remember things that that just really crack me up, and it's really that was really funny because I'm like, God, I need to learn how to do shit like that to fuck with people that ask for the dumbest stuff,
Yeah.
Like
I seen him. He's fun on stage. He comes out with some zingers. Yeah. Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
After I only played with you a few times, I sat in with you. You were doing a solo. Oh my God, you cracked me up.
We've told this on the podcast before.
Did you?
Yeah. The guy, Tom was
on
up
stage.
There. Yeah. He was up there playing with me and the drunk dude.
Oh no! Wait, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Guy sitting there. Some friends of Josh came in, right? And then and it was between songs. You're talking to the people, saying hi, thank you, everybody. Yeah. And the drunk guy that's only like 4 feet away from you, sitting in a chair by himself, goes, why don't you shut up and play some music?
Yeah. Asshole. He called me asshole. I was like,
and I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
Josh just looks at him and says, "Are you having a good time?" And I'm like, wow, that's really, that's good. He's like gonna like bring it down a little bit. And the guy says, yeah. And Josh goes, well then shut the fuck up.
That was the first time That was the first time I ever had to do something like that because he was just so bothersome, and his entire friend group left him. They're like, dude, we can't.
Yes,
we can't be around you, bro. Yeah. This is bad. Yeah. It was funny, but
I think the bartender was going like that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she heard me say that, and she came up to me afterwards. She's like, hey, if there's anybody bothering you, just I'll get him out of here. It's not a problem. Like Steph, shout out Steph at Troubled Waters. Thanks, dog. Always having my back. Even though you're trying to steal my dog, I see you.
I have noticed that a lot of places you play at, very good people that work there.
Yeah.
Good bartenders, good
Yeah.
managers, good owners.
Yeah,
That's important.
it is. It is important because that's what keeps everything running that you can't control.
Right.
You know, because I'm on stage behind the microphone. Like, there's only so much that I can do.
Right.
It just reminded me too. Like, I remember hearing this as well when you fucking kicked the guy.
Oh, that was with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were playing, Mahoffers. Mahoffers, you got to put like a gate. They should have like chicken wire,
yeah.
in the front. Excuse me. And then, the guy kept banging in. He's dancing, and he banged into my mic stand. And I said,
Are you guys on a stage or
no? Floor
okay.
level. There's no stage there. That's one problem, and it's so small.
Yeah.
And everybody is totally drunk and just moving and jumping
Those
and
are
dancing.
my nightmare gigs.
They're just, and it's scary because they fall right into you. But anyway, so he bangs the mic stand. I say to him, I said to him nicely, excuse me, sir, watch the mic stand.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after the third time, I just picked up my leg and put my foot on his back and gave him a heave. And Jimmy, Jimmy's looking at me, and Jimmy just thought that was the greatest thing he ever saw. So.
That was funny. That was funny. Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to try to redirect this and get a consistent timeline. But those of you that know me, I've been teasing this episode a lot because Tom has some amazing stories, and I want to get into them right now. One in particular, the story that I love is well, first of all, tell us where you were born, grew up, and then your introduction to music. Like, tell us how you got started with the sax and all that stuff.
Interesting. Well, I grew up in Boundbrook, New Jersey, small little town. My brother's 18 years older than me.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, my oldest brother.
Wow.
And he had my bedroom before me. There was a big, long closet in there, and one day I'm like 7, 8 years old, whatever, and I used to be afraid to go in that closet. Anyway, I go in the back of the closet. There's this box, and it's filled with 45s. Mm-hmm. So I take them out and I put them on my Snoopy record player or whatever, you know what I mean? And, and it's all this like Motown, Otis Redding, Wooly Bully, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, Wooly Bully, and then a lot of 50 stuff. And it all has sax in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I really like the music. That was my introduction to music, other than the radio. Back then you didn't have CDs or listen on the phone, and you could just hear different stuff.
Yeah,
You know what's out
had
there.
to have the copy.
I had nothing. Yeah. I had no idea what was out there except what you heard on the radio.
Right.
Then fifth grade, they brought in the high school marching band, the high school band, symphonic band, and we go and go down. They bring all the kids down in fifth grade, and we watch the band, and there's just this huge sound, and it just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
the hair stood up on my arms.
Yeah,
and I said, "Wow, that is real. That's what I want to do."
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
Then the next day, they bring you down, and a band director, a music teacher asks you what. He plays the instruments. Puts on a record, and you can hear the instrument, and he shows you a picture, and asks you if you want to be in band. He plays the flute, shows you a picture of a flute, and then he trumpet, and then he put the sax up, and I heard that sound, and I said, "That's the sound I like."
Yeah.
With all that 50s and 60s stuff my brother I was listening to.
Did you know it was saxophone when you were listening to it on the 45s?
Maybe by fifth grade I might have, but when I heard it. Probably not, maybe,
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I knew that's it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do that.
That's cool.
What I want.
That's cool.
So I did.
So from middle school on, you picked it up and
played, yeah.
For bands, or not band, but like school.
Played in school. Yep. Played in school until they kicked me out. Well, that's a different story.
I told you.
That's the story you want to hear.
I do want to hear that. Yeah.
Well, I got into jazz band. I played in the marching band. I did all the bands.
Yeah.
Chorus, You know, I would cut history to go into chorus to see the girls sing. But anyway, so yeah, one day, I don't know, I got suspended. I told the teacher she was a fucking bitch because she was yelling at this little Poindexter kid.
Yeah.
And the kid didn't do anything wrong, and I tried to explain that to her nicely the first 2 times, but then she didn't want to hear it, so I called her a fucking bitch. I got suspended. Anyway, we had
Is this a Catholic school too?
No,
Or
no,
Christian
no,
school?
no. It was just
No.
I ran away from the Catholic school.
Okay.
That's another story.
Oh my God. I don't even know this.
My mother tells me to go to catechism. We're in line. This nun came out and yelled at me. I wasn't in line. She turned around. We all went into the church. When I got to the door, I banged the left. I never went. A week later, my mom says, "How's catechism?" I said, "Oh, it's going good." She goes,
great.
"Yeah, that's funny. They called me up. You never went."
Oh,
All right, back to the original story. And I was worried I couldn't think of anything to talk about.
Oh, I knew this was going to be a barn burner of an episode. We're just throwing little throwaway stuff. Yeah, did I ever tell you about that? Like, no. Oh, this is great. This is great. Man, oh, I wish we were drinking. This would have been so much more fun. But, hey, maybe.
That's
yeah.
all right.
So you were saying sneaking out a history, going to see the chorus girls.
Yes. And then so I got suspended for yelling at the teacher.
Yes.
But we had a big jazz band competition to go to that week that I got suspended on.
What grade is this again?
I was 17.
Okay. So this is high school.
Yeah, I was in high school and I was 17.
Okay.
Competition. I have, most of the solos. So my band teacher calls me up and says, "Show up at the bus at 3:00, and you're going to come with us." So I show up at the bus.
But you're suspended.
But I'm suspended. You're not supposed to play in any reindeer games.
Right. Yeah.
We'll sneak you on the bus. So I get on the bus. They put me in the back, and they put all the instruments on top of me because the vice principal is coming
to do a bus check.
Yeah, to make sure that Thomas Mignella is not on the bus. And he gets on the bus. There's no Thomas Mignella in here, and he's looking around, and I'm in the back. I got all these instruments on top of me. He turns around, walks out, and we go to the competition. We got second place. We came back with a little trophy.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So the band director was like, "Yeah, we're not going without this dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's pretty badass."
And then
that's pretty badass.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the vice principal.
He knew.
I think he knew. Yeah. Set up. Just they wanted me to go, but didn't want me.
Yeah.
To get away with what I did.
Right.
So.
Right. That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We had. I think I've told this. I don't know if I have or not, but my good friend Jared, who I've mentioned on this before, we were in middle school band together. I did percussion because I didn't know how to read anything that was jumping lines on the, like I just read the straight, like I was, that's all it was. So I picked, I was memorized. I was a memorization guy. So whenever there would be a piece on like the bells or the xylophone or something like that, it involved notes and scales, I would take it home and memorize the pattern and the rhythm, and then I would take it to school. So I didn't ever have to look. I just knew it because I couldn't sight read anything. I couldn't sight read shit. I had no idea. We're 12, 13 years old, so it's like, the thought of that now is just ridiculous. So she hears us, she hears me play a piece or whatever, and she was like, "You know what? I think I want you guys." She picked a couple people. Jared was in band a year above me, so he was in advanced when I was in beginner or whatever. And then we never really were in the same class, I don't think, but maybe we were for 1 year. I can't remember. But she sends people that she thinks are good to this like all county band tryout. So all Pinellas County.
Yeah, I did
she would send them. She was like, "Here are our best players." And what you would do is you'd bring in a piece that you prepared, and then you would bring in a piece. Or for each thing. So for percussion, you'd bring in a piece for the snare, and then you bring in a piece for the xylophone.
They make you sight read.
They do, yeah. They sure as shit do. And she sat in there, and dude, I'm not even fucking kidding. She was so pissed.
Really?
She was so pissed. Yeah, because we're in here like making fools out of ourselves because she's like, "These are our best players." And then like my buddy's a sax player. He played I think alto. Is that right? He played alto sax, And they gave him a piece of sight reading. He was just like blowing duck farts all day. Like, it was just all over the place. And she was like, Jesus Christ. It was so funny. But she sent all these people and we're like, these are our guys. This is it. Like, we're going to make it. And it was brutal, man. She was tough. She was really tough.
Yeah.
Like, man, there's a certain personality that comes into that, and like having that background and that knowledge, but to enforce that to like 12 and 13-year-old kids is just insane. I could never ever do that, ever. Because a lot of the times, a lot of the kids in there were really good, but they're like, I don't want to fucking play with this bitch. Like, she's killing me.
Kind of taking all the fun out, especially at that age.
Yeah, she's throwing shit and running up and down and like doing this, like, okay, play piece number 26 in your book right now in front of everybody. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not gonna sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
When I went to, we did the same thing, and I got to the sight reading, and I'm playing, and the guy stopped me, and he goes, slow down. So he goes, where are you going? He goes, slow down. Because I was like, I was just trying to get through as fast as I can. I'm like 12, So, yeah.
That's wild.
Did that, too.
Yeah.
I did a lot of crazy things in high school. Just nutty stuff.
That's wild. Those stories. That story I remember for sure, and that one's always stuck with me because I just thought that was so fucking cool that they were going to World's End to make sure that you got on that bus and almost
big thing, big competition, man.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool because I know that nobody at our school would ever do that for anybody. They'd be like, "Fuck that guy." All right, now you're learning it. It's nuts.
I tell you about the time I sprayed the 2 kids with a fire extinguisher
No.
in high school.
This is not in my notes.
It just popped into my head. I haven't thought about that in years.
Was that at school?
Yeah, in high school. And in high school, my high school was 7th to 12th grade.
Oh, weird.
They had 7th and 8th graders in there, which wasn't really good.
No.
But now I'm 17. I'm either a senior or junior.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down, and there's these 2 boys, and this little 7th grade little girl with her books and her glasses and this little Poindexter, just a timid little 7th grade, scared to death.
I do know this story, but yes, please
I did tell you this.
Yeah.
So, and the 2 boys are just saying really nasty, bad things to her, and and she's just trying to get to her, and it's just like, why are these kids, these 2 guys doing this to this little girl? Why? There's no reason to get. Yeah. Because they were being very bad. She probably heard words she's never heard before in her life. Probably didn't even know what they meant.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There was a fire extinguisher on the wall, so I grabbed it and I sprayed both of them, and they went running. And I'm spraying them, and the one kid slipped. He was trying to get into the classroom, slipped and fell. And I put it back on the wall, and I went to class. I got called into the vice principal office. And he's like, Tom, what the hell are you doing? So I told him the story. He brought the girl down. The girl wouldn't tell him
what he said or what they said.
She had to go to the nurse. She told the nurse. The nurse told the vice principal. Vice principal tells me,
gives you a fist bump.
Go away. Yeah. See you later. Bye. So job. I got away with that one.
Good job, dog.
And then when I'm leaving the school, I see the kid's father, one of the boys, by the ear, I swear to God, by the ear, dragging him across the front lawn, and I find out that the father was a minister.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, that kid got in big trouble. Probably never did that again.
Nope. God, we need to bring that back. Dragging little shits by the ears.
Yeah.
God. Oh,
especially I used to lock my kids in the closet.
Slide the sandwich under the door. Eat it.
Parents have so much problems. Just put them in the closet for a while. Go out, go to the bar, and then come back. You don't have to deal with it.
Oh my goodness. So when was the first time when did you start playing live in bands? Because I remember you told me a story about Bo Diddley.
Oh yeah.
What? Did you play? You didn't play with him, did you?
I didn't. We opened up for him at the Stone Pony in New Jersey.
Holy shit, that's wild! I knew there was a Story about it.
Yeah, I was playing with a band called the Razorbacks, which the one guy still plays today. He plays all the big motorcycle
Oh yeah.
shows and stuff. And
Cool.
they're rockabilly. And it's a crazy band. And we got a gig, opened up for Bo Diddley. We played, which was kind of neat. You know, it's Bruce Springsteen's house.
Yeah.
You know,
Was this when
Stone
he
Pony.
was this when he was playing? Like or what? Where is he at in his career?
Bruce.
Yeah.
He's major.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, he's real big, but he would stop in. He would play in every once in a
way.
while if you were lucky enough.
That's crazy.
Which I did catch him one time. He jumped. Somebody was playing. He jumped on stage and sang a few. So that was cool. Yeah,
That's before like Twitter and
yeah.
cell
It's
phones
like
and everything.
1981, 82.
You can't sneak into places like that
83,
anymore. And
yeah.
it'll just be swarmed. Like one person live streams and it's like, Jesus Christ, Bruce Springsteen's at the Stone Pony night. Yeah.
I saw a show with Johnny, Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. Went to go see him, and he was so drunk. He went. It was time for his harmonica solo,
Yeah.
and he's doing this on stage. He's like,
Can't
checking.
find it?
He's like, he can't find his harmonica, and the guitar player. So the guitar player, comes in. Guitar player go after the song, gives him a hug, and then word came. I was in the bathroom. Word came around that Bruce was coming to save the show because
Yeah.
because Johnny was so drunk. And so we stayed, and this was a little theater in Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Bruce showed up, played with Southside's band.
That's crazy.
And there's a lot of saying that Bruce would steal all of Southside Johnny's musicians, which he did, a few of them.
Yeah.
He got a lot of people from Southside Johnny's band came to play in his band. But anyway, what was the first story we were talking about?
Well, when you first started playing live with bands, and maybe like,
Oh, that was my band teacher. My band teacher did a lot for me.
really?
Yeah, I was 17, and he goes, "We got a gig at the Elks,"
Holy shit!
and I
Jeez.
said,
That's
I said,
insane.
okay. And I don't know how he knew I could do it because I didn't know I could do it.
Yeah. Just saw something in you.
I mean, there was no rehearsing or anything. I was 17. I was just in jazz band, and he said, "You'll just we'll just tell you when to solo and solo." And then they were coming up with songs, and because a lot of these songs I grew up listening to on the radio,
40 yeah.
day after
Yeah, yeah.
day after day after day on the radio. I just started playing, and I didn't know I could do that.
That's wild. That's
And,
wild.
yeah, they probably made back then they probably made $400 or $500, and I got like 30.
For the full band.
Yeah, but I got like 30.
Some places are still paying that.
Well, in the 80s, we were making $250 a gig
For
for
yourself?
a whole band.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. Said that wrong. For yourself with the whole band. Oh yeah, $250 each.
A
at
person?
least. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Well, time to step it up, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to eat out here.
That was before that was before DJs.
Mm-hmm.
That was before, well, not quite before, but
The track players.
yeah, the backtracks, the synthesizers, all that stuff. That was before that. People actually, that was it.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, me too.
That drives me nuts.
Me too.
I can do the loopers. I was just in Key West last week, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be wild. There's like a ton of great live music out here.
They're all one guys.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But we saw one dude that was pretty good and was like talking and interacting and everything. Everybody else was like, dude. I mean, I texted a few people. I texted Keith and I was like, if I ever tell you that I'm going to Key West to play music, I want you to grab me by the fucking shoulders and be
Not
like,
let you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not. That's when you're like done. When you're like, okay, well, the record didn't take off. I like the sun and boats and playing bullshit, so I'm just gonna do this for the rest of my life. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. If that's how you eat and that's how you feed yourself and have a house and put clothes on your back, that's great. But in terms of what I'm trying to do, I see that and I'm like, thank fucking God I didn't come down here to do that. There's one guy that I know that's from this area actually that plays down in Key West who's really, really good. Really good. Jay Klein, he's fucking phenomenal. I've always wanted to catch him live, and I never did. I was watching his live streams over quarantine, but he's played down there. He's got some pretty good original stuff, and not pretty good, really good original
What's his name
stuff.
again?
Jay Klein. He used to play.
That
He used to
sounds
play
familiar.
with. I'll bleep his name out because I don't like this guy, but he used to play with. Yeah.
I happen to agree with you.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. We talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
That
We
I
did.
don't remember. Yeah.
I mean, you guys can track it and figure it
Yeah.
the fuck out for yourself. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he used to play with them a lot, and I know a guy around here that plays a lot with him now, and he's a fucking asswipe as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That I won't.
But I mean, listen, it's not all of the guys. Okay, there are very talented musicians, and he is one as well. I'm not
Yes,
saying that.
absolutely.
He's just never been nice to me or my friends. So
Yes, or me or my friends.
yeah. So, anywho, but I digress. Yeah, he's very talented. He plays a lot of like songwriters conventions down there and like does like legit stuff. But all the things that we saw in Key West, like up and down Duval, we're like, get us the fuck out of here, dude.
Well, it's the
This is
bartenders are
horrible.
paying him $100, and that's what you get.
Yeah, it's and you're getting a looper in there that does the same thing that a full band would do, and
Yes.
you're paying him
Yeah.
a solo rate for him to create what a band would be doing, and then you have a shitty house system on top of that. You're setting this guy up for a complete failure.
Yeah.
You know, no one want like. I hate people that fucking put all this money into putting a house system together. The only one that I've ever used that works and that I've had no problems with,
Yes.
well, other than user error on my end,
Yeah.
is that Troubled Waters. Troubled Waters put one in, and I was terrified. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna fuck this up so bad.
Right.
But they did it the right way. They have the cables there. They know what they're doing.
Do they have someone there
Yeah.
that to show you what
Yes.
to do? Yes.
That's the main thing. And
Yeah.
if they're not there if they're not there at that time, then you just wait a minute. They live around the area. They come by. They'll help
Yeah.
you out, and then that's it. I can't sound check myself with a house system when I'm trying to do my own shit.
Right.
You have to do that for
Right.
me. I played a place at Apollo Beach out here. It's fucking horrible. Another bleep. Fuck yourself. It's so bad. They had a brand new system. And I was like, hey, do you guys know how to work this? They're like, actually, we haven't started this yet. We haven't done this. You're our first one. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, what do I do with my sound then?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you just got to plug it in. I'm like, okay, well, you got to tell me that because I need to bring a monitor instead of a
Right.
speaker. I got to bring extra cables. I got to bring other shit. I have to help you out because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Let me tell you something else about the 80s. When you played,
Yeah.
there was always a system and always a sound man. Everywhere we played.
Plug and chug.
Yep.
Yep.
There was always a sound man there, took care of everything. Or we would have our own sound man that would do everything for drinks.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't cost much at all.
I need to start doing that. For sure.
This guy gets some alcoholic.
Yeah, yeah. Be like, I don't know how to run the sound. Yeah, I've had guys do that. I've had guys do that to me, like during a gig, where you're like, "Hey, man,
Can I
do you mind? I'm hearing some stuff in your vocal EQ. I'm like, sit the fuck down, dude. Get out of here. Don't talk to me. Like
Yeah.
this is like, and it's always a guy that's like just sitting in the front row, just staring like this, like.
I know. Even if as a musician and you hear something and you know it's wrong, you still don't want to tell the guy.
No.
But this one time I was somewhere and the bass, I forget what it was doing. It was doing something really, really bad, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
So I went to the bass player during the break.
During a break.
Well, yeah, during
Yeah.
the break. But I was trying to be real nice. And I said, listen, I'm a musician, and I know, I mean, I hate when people come up and tell me stuff, but your bass, it was booming.
Yeah.
Like really, really bad.
Yeah. Was
And-
it picking up
and,
the slaps real big or
You know,
something?
yeah, it was really bad. And I just wanted to let you know, no big thing. Oh, yeah, whatever. And he was all pissed off about it. I couldn't have done it any nicer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you did it on a break.
And it
too.
was really bad.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, there's got to be something.
Yeah, there is. You
know?
just don't know how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Anyway.
how to. I don't know how.
So
to
I
run
don't
sound.
tell anybody anything anymore. Let 'em-
No, I don't. I never do. It. You know.
There was one time your mic was off. I didn't even tell you
Really?
when you were.
God, I did. I actually did that one time. Not the mic, but it was the. I muted the speakers going out for a good portion of the set,
So you
and I
just
was
had your
just hearing the
monitor.
monitor. I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, we sound good," and everybody's like, "Where the fuck are you in the mix, dude?" God, That was embarrassing. I was like, oh my god, that's one of those gigs where you go home and I'm just like sweating in the sheets because I'm like, oh my god, these guys probably think I'm a fucking hack. It's
Shit
horrible.
happens.
Yeah. So
What are you gonna do?
when you when did you come down to Florida? To
About 11 years ago.
11 years. Oh, not that long.
Yeah, not that long.
Wow. I thought so. 2010. 2010. You're down here.
Yeah.
And
Maybe 9.
What's the biggest difference that you see in terms of maybe audience or gigs and stuff
we're talking
between
about, just
Jersey
music?
and Florida? Yeah, I mean anything. Like, what's the? Because I have family from Jersey too. Most of them are from there, but I don't know about the scene up there. So I'm
the
interested.
price for one, getting paid.
Yeah.
But it's just it's not like it used to be either everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But other people, well, this is different because I see we're down on the water a lot here. So
That's true.
It's a different vibe. You got the beach vibe thing, completely different
day
than
drinkers.
the clubs. There's a lot of but there's a lot of nice clubs to go listen to music in Jersey where you don't have like bar fights and people throwing shit and people falling down.
Yeah.
I had a guy trip over the monitor, crash in, knocked my sax over, $200 worth of damage. Yeah. I had to chase him down. Got him in the taxi cab. And I told the taxi cab, you're not leaving. I said, I'm calling the cops. You're not leaving.
Yeah.
And I got $200 out of him.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you have to beat it out of him?
No. But I wouldn't let him go. I said you got to either the cops are coming.
Yeah. Or you can just do this real quick.
Or if I'll take 200. He broke my mic stand, my sax stand, and my sax.
What a fucking asswipe. Yeah.
Because he was totally wasted. He was a rich guy. You know what I mean?
Always.
Yeah, he was.
Always.
Yeah. And he didn't even want to give me. He gave me 200.
That's ridiculous. Oh man. So I want to swing into this because this is a story that we've been kind of teasing and that I've told that I don't really know the full thing of, but we've talked about this a few times. I want you to tell me the story about when your heart stopped on stage.
Oh. Boy, I didn't even think about that one.
What do you mean you didn't think about that?
Didn't even think
Are
about
you
that.
serious?
Yeah, I totally forgot about it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, well, there I was playing. I finished the solo.
Got it done.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Dave's Aqua
It was
Lounge.
on Gandhi, right?
On Gandhi.
Yeah.
Dark paneling on the walls, smoky, dark. Anyway, I'm playing. I was sick. I wasn't feeling well. And I brought a stool up on stage. The guitar player says, "What the hell are you doing with that stool?" I said, I need to sit down.
Yeah.
He said, "You ain't sitting down on the stage." I said, "Okay." So I died.
Fuck that guy. I fucking died.
So I get done with my solo, and that's all I remember. And I fell right off stage. My heart stopped. There was a fireman in the audience. Thank God.
CPR immediately.
Yeah, well, not immediately.
Well, yeah, but he
Not
was there.
immediately.
They didn't. You didn't have to wait for a response because that's a. I don't know
but
where
he
the.
was there.
I don't know where the stations are, but or I don't know what it was like back. What year was this, by the way?
About 10 years ago.
10 years?
I've been here, you know what, I've probably been here since 2008, 2009.
Okay.
And then I think it happened in 2011 was when my heart stopped. So, yeah, so the drummer's wife, who, I don't want to say hot, but she was really hot. But anyway.
Don't want to say hot, but she was definitely hot.
She started giving me mouth to mouth. So the guitar player told me after, he says, "When you didn't move, I knew you were dead." But anyway, so they bring me to the hospital. Yeah, they try to get my heart started. I think my wife at the time told me my heart stopped again in the ambulance. But my whole body shut down. Everything, liver, kidney. I was in a coma for 8 days.
8 days.
They told my family 1% chance I'd live, and if I lived, I'd never play the sax again.
And guess what, motherfucker? So when you got, well, okay, so I remember you telling me that your daughter was coming, and you guys were. She was playing Van
on
Morrison.
My ex-wife told me on there was, on the monitor they had me hooked up to everything and the brain waves, and there was just nothing going on. Nothing going on now either. So there's nothing going on, not moving, and my daughter would come in and play her guitar.
Oh, no
and
shit.
Sing, yeah.
That's awesome.
She plays. She taught herself. She's
same.
talented.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it would move a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yep.
Wow.
And then they played a lot of Van Morrison for me. And
Love that.
I don't know why I'm going to tell you this. It's a little embarrassing. But after I got out, woke up and got better, and I needed a new heart valve was what the problem was. Mm-hmm. I'm driving down the road, and Van Morrison came on the radio when I'm with my ex-wife, wife at the time. And I started crying.
Oh, man.
And I said, I don't know why I'm crying. And she goes, do you know I played while you were in the hospital, when you were in the coma, I played Van Morrison for you every night.
That's...
So, it's a little weird, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, I can't believe I told everybody that.
That's crazy. Well, your brain does really funny stuff when you're in those states that it just, it's almost like it doesn't let you forget that, even though there was nothing clicking.
Wherever I was happy.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man, because I was happy. I was real happy.
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna have to drink a lot today thinking about this. God.
They woke me. I woke up. I remember waking up, and I was like,
come on.
Man, put me wherever I was. I want to go back.
So I remember you telling me this, too. There was a kind of a discrepancy as to what they were going to do to help you initially. Is that right? There was between the cardiologist and the neurologist?
Yes, the cardiologist and the internal doctor.
Okay.
Cardiologist wanted to give me a new heart valve like that week, after I woke up, like a week later. So he needs a new heart valve.
Yeah.
And the other doctor said, you're going to kill him. His whole body was shut down. His liver was shut down. He said, if you put the heart valve in now, he might survive the operation, but he'll be dead.
Right.
I'm sorry. You might, well, you know what I meant.
I know what you mean, yeah.
So
how do you go to bed dead and wake up alive? Yeah.
So they had to come to an agreement, and they waited a month. So I had to go. I figured, well, half and half.
Yeah.
One wants to wait. He wanted to wait 5 months or whatever, and the other one wanted to do it in a week. So I figured, well, I'll go with the month.
Yeah. That's wild.
Sounds good.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and how quickly were you back into full playing
it took a long
shape?
time because once I got in the hospital, I got C. diff.
Oh my
After
God.
the operation, I got pleurisy. They
Holy
took 2
shit.
It was at least a year until I started. Yeah.
But were you practicing?
If I remember correctly, because things are a little fuzzy that whole year.
I could imagine.
Yeah. It was,
Why? What happened?
I think after 2 months after the new 2 or 3 months after the new heart valve, I started practicing again.
Yeah. Did it mess with your breath?
No, I had a lot more breath.
You did?
Yeah, because the heart valve wasn't wasn't pumping the air.
Very interesting.
The air was going into the blood and it wasn't pumping. So I thought I was just getting old in my lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it was, I had a bad heart valve for a long time.
Does that run in your family?
No. And they told me this when I was in my 20s, that you might need a new heart valve when you get older. But I didn't realize that I was older. I was only 48. I figured,
crazy.
When they said older when I'm 20, I'm thinking when I'm 80, I might need it. Anyway.
That's
typical guy. I never went to the doctor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just started going again, and it doesn't do anything for me but bring me anxiety attacks. So, your blood pressure's a little high. Yeah, no shit. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. So
that was it. So it was kind of, I don't know, it was good. We had... The guitar player that wouldn't let me sit down after I got out of hospital, he would call me up and take care of me and bring me
He
hot
fucking
dogs.
better.
And you want to do this? Can I get you this? Or I'll bring you a hamburger from Two Guys or whatever. I don't know.
Five
I don't
Guys.
know. Five Guys.
Yeah, however many are left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I heard that story, the way it was funny to me, like not funny, obviously that happened, but it was funny to me how kind of like just throwaway you mentioned it. Like, yeah, did I tell you about the time that I died on stage? I was like, what the fuck? No, you didn't tell me this. And then when we were talking about booking you for the podcast, which this has been a long time coming, we finally just have been able to do it.
Yeah, I was blowing them off for at least a year.
I just always feel so guilty because we live out of the way, and I know you guys are all the way on the beach, right?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
very close, mile. Yep.
Yeah. So I remember talking to you about it, and I was like, I want you to come on here, and I want you to tell the story about that. And you were like, what story are you talking about? I'm like, the story, the one, the best one.
It's kind of funny. Then I started playing at LPs.
Yeah, I loved LPs, man. God.
Did you play there?
No, I didn't. But like, what I would do is, we had an adult softball league at the time that LPs was still open. This was probably 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And we used to go there after every game because it was right across from Eddie Seymour, like right down the street from there on McMullen.
Oh, I remember you guys coming in.
We did?
Yep, I remember the baseball team coming in.
Yeah.
It was the same one.
Yeah,
I mean, one of them.
Probably, yeah. It was probably me. I probably didn't even know who you were at that time. I don't think I did.
Yeah,
we were there. And
I
all that
worked
stuff.
there and played there.
I actually came over. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know Phil? Did you meet Phil?
I knew Phil because
London
we had.
Hey, Tommy, come on over here, Tommy. Tommy, I'll teach you a couple of things. I'll show you how to cook. Come on. Yeah, so he told me, he says, Tommy, do you know the only fucking reason I have you in this place playing, you know? He says, because I want everybody to come. People come because they're waiting to see you die. And then the next time you die, I want you to do it on my fucking stage.
Thanks, Phil. See ya. All right.
Yeah, nice guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
I know. I just knew his name because my ex's dad actually used to go there a lot, and he was like, "You should play over at LP's." I was like, "Oh yeah," and so I talked to Phil a couple times, but only like between like Facebook Messenger or whatever.
He was a hard guy to get in. Once you got in, and he loved you, and
it's a
he'd be your best
It's a great
friend.
room. It's nothing now. Well, it's something, but it's not LP's.
No, it's not LP. I don't even think they have bands.
LP's was fun.
LP wanted. He had this idea. He wanted to do a blues club. He wanted, he got in touch with Jimmy Griswold.
Yeah,
he got in touch with Dave's Aqua Lounge and talked to Dave because right after I died, they closed.
It's a lot of bad juju in this motherfucker. Hey, you probably gave the buyer a good discount though. I wonder about that because they have to disclose that in real estate,
right?
or I don't know if they do
know.
officially, but yeah.
But anyway,
is someone dying here? Kinda.
So LP went and talked to him about it, and bought all the chairs. All the chairs were from there. That was in LP's. Yeah. Anyway,
was the stool there too?
And,
was the same stool?
Yeah, probably. Damn fuck! I still didn't get to sit on a stool. But anyway, LP's was a cool place. He took care of the musicians. Took care of us.
Oh, God, that's great. Yeah,
Another good, club owner.
Yeah, and those guys are so few and far between.
Yes,
I mean,
they are.
I've met some real assholes in this business.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you haven't heard me play. You don't know if I suck. If I suck, then you can treat me like this. But I know I'm not worth what you're giving me right now. That's bullshit. Like, I hate when people do that. They're like, oh, okay, little guy, because I'm younger than basically all of the club and bar owners, everyone. So everybody's like, oh, look at this little fucking kid that's coming in here trying to. I'm like, first of all, listen, I've been doing this probably longer than you will own this bar. Yeah. So which one of us is still doing the shit that we want to be doing? Right. I hated that. Yeah. It happened to me at so many places when I first started. They're like, doing the whole like, oh, you'll get them good, whatever, tussle my hair and kick me out. They'd be like, don't worry about it. The whole non-competition bullshit that I heard all the time. Did you ever get that with bands? Like on certain small towns and streets and stuff like that? Like, all right, you can play here, but you're only allowed to play here in this city.
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck does that even mean? What does that do for you? I never understood that. Never understood. I had it explained to me, and it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Still doesn't make sense.
There is somewhat of a reason, but I don't know.
Not a good enough one.
But it brings me to another story you remind me of
Ooh.
when we were playing the Rat Skeller.
What the hell is that? Where?
I was 18. We're playing the Rat
Oh, it's Jersey?
Skeller. Yeah. Playing there, and the deal was you got a percentage of the bar tab. Of
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
So we had a guy, even though we're 18, 19,
Yeah.
we're still not stupid.
Yeah.
We had someone at the bar watching the register,
Yeah.
and the owner wasn't back then it was mostly cash.
Yeah.
Which cracks me up nowadays. I go to a bar, I take my cash, you put your cash there. Nobody does that anymore.
No.
Because that's what we did.
Yeah.
So he wasn't ringing everything up. So at the end of the gig, he tells us, and then he says we owe him $50 for drinks.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know. Somebody picked up a chair first, started throwing tables, and glass was breaking.
I don't know,
and
something
I swear
happened.
it wasn't like super bad, like something you'd see on TV. But the God's honest truth, things got broken and smashed, and we ran out of there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
nuts.
We didn't like that owner.
Yeah, and there's been so many stories. I mean, like, you've been doing this a lot longer than me, and I've only been doing it. I've only seen a few people for.
Well, now I stopped for quite a bit.
That's true.
When I first got married,
Yeah.
I had my own business.
You said it was like 10 years, right?
Yeah, I stopped for
That's a
10
long
years,
time.
yeah.
So were you practicing in that
I would
time?
play once in a great while. But, I had 2 kids. I had a
Yeah.
mortgage. I had,
Yeah.
excuse me, I had a lot of stuff going on in
Yeah.
my own business. And,
Yeah.
especially starting that business, worked my ass off.
It was
So,
the cleaning?
carpet cleaning.
Carpet cleaning, yeah.
High-end carpet cleaning,
Yeah.
by the way. It was very
Yeah.
$1 million houses. And, yes.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
That's great. That's great.
Made good money.
Man, we're just getting little tidbits. We're only getting the tip of the iceberg. We're going to have you back on, and we're going to get some more stuff. But before we go, I want you to tell me about your scratch track of the week here. So we're kind of switching up the whole format of this. As you can see, there's no album out here. Yeah. We are kind of focusing more on the musician's story and their life and things like that. Shh, I can hear you. Stop. She's behind the gate, so she's getting pissed that I'm not looking at her. Instead of doing like a life scratch track and having people like get real introspective and stuff like that, it's more fun, it's more entertaining, it's more real when you do like kind of just on a short-term basis because it's more fresh in your head. Like there were some great ones, don't get me wrong, I loved everyone that did it, but it's more interesting for, I guess, the listener, and it gets less redundant when we do one for the week. So what is your scratch track of the week?
I've thought of a couple of them now. Which one's it?
Hit me. Hit me with both.
Yeah. Yesterday, where I live is really weird. I don't know, because there's a couple of stories going on with the people around where I live.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I guess it's
We'll
'cause
bleep
it's
it
the
out, but where do you
beach.
live?
I guess it's because it's around the beach.
Yeah.
So,
Are you
anyway.
in?
I'm in. Technically, it's Largo, but
Okay.
but I'm just over the bridge from Indian Rocks.
Okay.
I'm just a bridge away. I'm very close to the bridge that goes into Indian Rocks from Largo.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you got to cut it out. All right. I'm gonna go get Mom. I don't know where she is, but
Is she hungry? Is that what she does? She just wants to come play.
She wants to come hang out. She's sticking her nose through the gate. When we had our other dog, the one that we were fostering, that my friend Will adopted officially now, he could jump that gate, and he was way smaller than her. He would just bing right over the top. She probably could jump, but she'd get caught in the middle.
She's got a nice voice, nice low.
Low growl. Yeah.
I hate them yappy. Yip, yip, yip. Oh, I hate them dogs.
It's a low. Yeah, it's a
I
low.
would have left if we had one of those. Fuck, I hate them.
See ya.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
All
you have a couple. And you're on Indian Rocks.
Yeah,
We'll bleep it out just in case.
Well, I get these weird people. I go for my haircut yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to this place. I've never liked any of my haircuts. It's always. There was 2 ladies in there that were nice, and now they're gone. I had some guy do it last time. It was horrible, and so I go in there this time, and there's this lady, and so she goes, "Oh, I'll do you." I said, "Okay." So I go sit in her chair, and I had an LP shirt on.
Yeah.
And on the back is the saying from the Blues Brothers movie. We're on a mission from God.
Yes, yeah.
I wish I didn't-
Boy.
Well, not that bad. She didn't go
Okay.
like totally religious, freakish. But she started saying, "Oh, I like your shirt," and then, "Oh, do you watch Star Trek?" So how did you? And then I'm like, you know, Q, and there's a sign down the road that says, Q isn't, but Jesus, and I don't know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Right. So that's when I just like make believe I'm going to sleep and I close my eyes so they'll stop talking. That's my trick. I'm pretty good at body language.
That is brilliant. I got to start doing that. And I don't even need to
If
bring
I'm ever
headphones,
talking
just
to you
like-
and I just like put my back to you, that means I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I do that to everybody. I'm like, all right, see ya. Like, they're like,
Anyway.
you're being really quiet.
But
Yeah,
she
because I don't
just-
fucking like you, man.
I don't know what she just kept going on and talking about all this crazy. This lady was crazy. She was nuts. I don't know what. I wish I would have listened, so it would have been a good story. But I had to turn it off.
Yeah,
you
have to. There's no time. There's no time
and
for that.
she would
shit.
just jump from one thing to another thing, just nothing made sense. Anyway, a couple of weeks before that, I'm at the laundromat, right? Because I had too many clothes to wash. I have like communal.
Yeah.
I had so many clothes. I went to the laundromat. I go to the laundromat. There's a lady in there. And she's next to me. And I said, I don't know what I said. Just polite because she was right next to me. I said, "Oh, laundry day. Not the best thing in the world to do. Whatever." I said.
Yeah.
She never said that.
Oh, she couldn't stop talking.
Not stop talking. She was really crazy.
Oh, boy.
She wouldn't leave me alone. She goes, I know where you live. I know I can turn your phone off.
What?
I know all you do is go shopping. That's all. I'm saying, what, lady? I say, okay, it's all right. And I'm trying to get away from her, and then she keeps like she's upset with me, like I did something to her, and then, that's all you do is go shopping. I know every place that you go to. I could turn your phone off.
Wow.
Right? So I go outside in my car, and she comes up to the car and starts, and I lost it. I have a very loud voice also.
Oh, yeah.
When I want it
Yeah,
to be.
of course.
And I just yelled at her. I said, "You fucking crazy! Get the fuck!" I'm calling the cops. As soon as she heard cops, she took off and left me alone. And this was after half an hour. So she must have been involved with the cops before. She was another nut one.
So what I know about the cops and whether you're, you know what? Give me just 1 second.
Gonna take care of it. I kind of like. I thought it's like
Hold that thought. We're gonna cut this out because I have an unruly dog on my hands. We're back. Sorry about that. We just had to get the dog situated because apparently
she's happy.
She's in,
she's licking my.
Sometimes she's a little unruly biatch, but she's pretty cool 90% of the time.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
Dixie was barking and growling for the last like 10, 15 minutes.
She was growling.
Yeah.
But she's okay.
So, what I know about drugs, not that, I've done these, but if you were afraid of the police and you run away from the police, it's cocaine. If meth, you want the police there. You go to the police.
Why?
Because it's some sort of thing where you're like, I have this all figured out. I've uncovered this crime, or like they want to go to the police. But it's funny that she was saying that about you, so because sometimes everything's varied, but that's just what I know from.
I got you.
From
she was definitely on drugs.
listening. Oh yeah.
Oh, the funny part is, so I put it on Facebook.
I didn't see this.
Yeah, so I put it on Facebook, and my friend goes, "Well, Jesus, what did you say to her?" I said, "All I said was nice panties."
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a break.
And then that triggers everybody on Facebook. You shouldn't have fucking said that.
Anyway,
all these people. Oh my god. So basically, what I'm surmising from this is your scratch track is don't talk to strangers.
Yes.
Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to people that you don't know. Don't invite conversation into people that you don't like. How about that? It's very simple. I don't want to talk to you because I don't like you. All right? If you're nice, we can talk. But for the most part, go fuck yourself.
The worst part is that it was the only time I actually liked the haircut. But I'll never go back to her because I got to listen to her talk to me.
I've been seeing the same people, kind of seeing the same people for my hair since I was like 12 or 13.
Really?
When I lived in South Florida, obviously, like I had a friend who was, she was a hairdresser and she was good at what she did, so I would go to her every once in a while.
Same style for 12 years?
yeah, this dog shit. No, I had the long curly hair until I went to my first semester of college, and then my stepdad just took me out in the backyard and we just buzzed it all the way down to it too. Shaved my whole head. And I kept it short ever since then. I mean, I've grown it out pretty long. Like this is probably closest to the longest it's been in a few months, maybe almost a year. But quarantine, I just grew it out and was like growing whatever beard I could even.
Oh, I looked
manage.
like Wolfman during quarantine.
Yeah, it was not good.
I didn't shave.
So, I reconnected with these guys that used to cut my hair when I was younger, and I've been going to them ever since. Shout out Nick and Renee, you guys are the fucking best.
Well, maybe you'll have to give me their number.
Yeah, we have a great time, and they're super cool. They're very, like-minded individuals. They're big fans of music.
Good.
They're very nice people. They talk to you.
You're not crazy.
No, it's
You're
not.
Not talking about Q on Star Trek and Jesus Christ. And
no. It's they're really cool. They're really cool. I learn a lot when I sit in the chair because like they have they have a very extensive musical knowledge. That we talk a lot about music and stuff like that. They've been very avid supporters of me, and that's really dope. So that's really, really cool. Man, I mean, I can't think of a better way to start the month of July in these tapings, because I have been wanting to hear this story again for so long. I don't want to like. I tell it like
another one.
No. Not this. We're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else did I tell you? I forgot about.
Unless you got anything else.
Oh, I got 100 of them. But you don't want to hear them.
Yeah, we're gonna have Tom back on. But please, one more time, let us know where. Oh, actually, when this drops, you will be with us the very next day over at Silver King.
Yes,
on the
playing
2nd.
With you guys at Silver King
On the 2nd.
Actually, Keith called me up and asked me to play 2 songs with him. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Alfonso?
With Alfonso, yeah.
Oh, that night?
Alfonso, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. What are you gonna do? Can you say? Are you allowed to say? Scandalous.
I'm sure he moves he wants to do "Want to Have Faith."
Oh.
Which is a little odd, sax solo, but I think I can pull it off.
Yeah, they do a good job of that stuff. They do a lot of 80s stuff. That's 80s, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep Your Hands to Yourself.
Oh.
That one too.
Nice.
Those 2.
I like that. That's gotta be
so
fun.
we're playing 2 songs with them, and then with you and
Yeah.
Silver King's always cool.
Dude,
cool place. People love it there.
They do. People are really into it. I had to tell them to kind of relax a little bit the last time we were there, but I was like, because it was like it was just a lot. It was just a lot.
Yeah, but that's all right.
But they're great.
Good,
the crowd is
crowd.
great, and we have that's our home court for the Dave Matthews shows. Like it's insane there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big showing out over there, and we have a lot of fun. A lot of people that come out and like to listen. So shout out to those of you guys that are the Silver King regulars. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Lisa, and the gang over at Silver King. We appreciate you guys. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow night when you hear this. So anything else? Brian L.
I should have looked at my schedule. I don't know. We're always playing. Well, we do the last Friday every month at Bowser's, except I won't be with them this Friday because I'm with you guys.
That's right. Which has already happened, and it was a killer show.
Just check out Brian L's band on Facebook.
Nice. And
or Lennon Schmidt, Lennon Schmidt.
Yeah,
you can figure out how to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Good
that's
luck.
Why we needed a better name.
Yeah.
That's why it's Brian L. Band.
I love it. Yeah. Well, dude, thank you so much for doing this. This was a blast. We're definitely going to have you back on.
I thank you.
The sax man himself, Tom Mignella, he's here on the scratch track. Remember, don't talk to strangers, especially at the laundromat. And follow us on Instagram, on Facebook at Scratch Track Podcast. The email is scratchtrackpod@gmail.com. And remember to also not only listen to this on YouTube or wherever you listen, but hit that follow button, the subscribe button, and the bell so you get notified when we drop new content and everything like that. And also, if there's somebody that you want to hear on here that you think is going to be a really cool guest, like my good buddy Tom over here, text us, or not text us, DM us, and don't text me. Please don't do that. My phone number is DM us and let us know like who you want to hear. We have a very cool July lined up in terms of musicians and people that a couple that I have not really had a chance to sit down and talk to, and another one that some of you guys that have been following me since the high school days will recognize.
Wow.
Yeah, it was our bass player from the high school band is coming on and doing an episode.
Cool.
So yeah, he's a real good dude. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for your interest in this. Thank you to Tom for stopping by. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
And we'll do this again soon. You got anything else
To close out with?
Any last words of wisdom?
No, can't come up with nothing.
Nothing. Just do your shit.
Yep.
Just be you. All right.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I do.
Don't do anything that Tom did. Yeah. All right. Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.